Welcome to the Grampians.
What's up guys, my name is Nathan Swire and I want to show you guys some of my favourite places in the Grampians region. Now the Grampians is located about 3 hours northwest from Melbourne and sits within the state of Victoria here in Australia. The Grampians is home to some of the country's most stunning landscapes and the region is full of incredible mountain peaks, intriguing history and some of the state's largest waterfalls. From the beautiful native wildlife of Halls Gap to the jaw-dropping views of the Pinnacle, the Grampians has so much to offer. Let's start this video off with two gorgeous waterfalls, Wannon Falls and Nigretta Falls. Located on the southern section of the Grampians and less than 10 kilometers from each other, these waterfalls have been popular tourist attractions since the 1850s. Now Nigretta Falls will probably be the first waterfall you come across if you're driving from Melbourne, and the lookout is located right in front of the car park so anyone could pretty much access it. The nearby Wannon Falls is also wheelchair and pram friendly, and the lookout here gives you a great view of the dark basalt rocks that surround this stunning waterfall. Now after checking out these waterfalls, we're going to hike to the summit of Mount Abrupt. This hike is about 6.5 kilometers long and it should take you about 3 hours to get up to the top and walk back down. To start the hike, park your car on the side of the road here and look for this trailhead through the bushes. The hike starts off reasonably flat and gets more and more steep as you approach the summit. When you finally reach the summit, stop to take in wonderful views of the Sarah Range to the north and Dunkeld in the south. Now afterwards, we're going to visit one of the best swimming holes in Victoria, which is named Venus Baths. Located at the centre of Halls Gap, this hidden gem has been a popular swimming hole for over 100 years and it's not hard to see why. I parked my car at the Halls Gap Botanic Gardens and followed the track through this gate, and the walk is super scenic and easy to follow. After about 20 minutes, you'll soon reach the spot, and I recommend visiting early in the morning as it can get pretty crowded here. Next up, I want to show you guys the Balconies. Located about 20 minutes from Halls Gap, the Balconies is one of the most unique rock formations in Australia. Park your car and enjoy the stunning views at Reed's Lookout before following the signs to the Balconies. The walk to the spot is only 2 kilometers long and it should take you about 20 minutes to reach the Balconies, and the views along the way are fantastic. A few years ago, I came here early in the morning with a few mates and we witnessed one of the most incredible sunrises I've ever seen. Now no trip to the Grampians would be complete without stopping at Halls Gap Zoo. Situated just 10 minutes from Halls Gap, this is Victoria's largest regional zoo and is home to more than 120 native and exotic mammals, reptiles and birds. Tickets to the zoo cost $40 for adults and $20 for children, and there are plenty of different packages available if you're travelling with a family. If you have time, I recommend booking an animal experience here to get up close and personal with certain animals including the cheetahs and meerkats. Next up on this list is the heritage listed cellars at Seppelt Wines. Located about half an hour east from Halls Gap, this historic winery was first established in 1865 and was formerly known as the Great Western Winery. The underground cellars tour costs $22 for adults and $8 for children, and the guides here are super friendly and knowledgeable. After learning some key facts about the Seppelt family, we were taken inside the dark and moody cellars which were first dug in 1868 by out-of-work gold miners. It took more than 60 years for them to build these tunnels, which continue for 3 kilometers underground. From the moment we passed through these famous iron gates, I felt so amazed at how long these tunnels go for, and we're only seeing a small section of it. Now afterwards, we are going to stop by one of the most spiritual places in the state. Bunjil Shelter is located about 20 minutes from Halls Gap and is one of the most famous Aboriginal rock art paintings on this corner of the country. Although there are over 200 rock art sites that have been found at the Grampians, only 5 are available for public viewing, and this one is probably the most significant. Estimated to be thousands of years old, this shelter depicts Bunjil the creator, who is believed to have created the land, water, plants and animals. Coming in at number 3 on my list is Boroka Lookout. Located just 20 minutes from Halls Gap and a stone throw away from the car park, Boroka Lookout is one of the best sunrise lookouts in Victoria. Set your alarm early and take the short 3-minute walk through the stringy bark forest to enjoy panoramic views over Halls Gap, Lake Belfield and the east side of the Grampians. I'm not exactly sure how I managed to get up for sunrise, but the views over the mountains had me speechless. Coming in a close second on my list is the Pinnacle Lookout. Now this spot was one of the first hikes I ever did when I started travelling around the country, and I have so many amazing memories here. Located just 10 minutes away from Halls Gap, this iconic lookout is one of the best family-friendly hikes in the entire Grampians region. There are 2 main starting points for this hike, the Wonderland car park, which is the most scenic and challenging, and the Sundial car park, which is shorter and more direct. As I was running late for sunset, I parked my car at the Sundial car park and took the short 40-minute moderate hike to the Pinnacle. To find the lookout whilst you're up here, continue following the arrows past the unique rock formations and look out for the fenced lookout jarring off the side of a cliff. From the Wonderland car park, it might take you an hour to reach this spot, but you'll pass through the Grand Canyon and Silent Street, which are both super impressive. We have finally made it to my number one spot, and I think most people from Melbourne could guess this waterfall would be number one. Located about 20 minutes from Halls Gap, Mackenzie Falls is one of the largest waterfalls in Victoria. Leave your car at the Mackenzie Falls car park and follow the signs to the start of the walk. You'll come across a few different paths which will take you to various waterfalls and lookouts in the area, so I made a small detour to see Broken Falls for the first time. I then continued following the track to Mackenzie Falls, and the walk began reasonably flat until I came across these steep stairs leading to the waterfall. I think there's about 260 narrow stairs that lead to the base of the fall, so be prepared for a difficult climb back up to the car park. After about 20 minutes walking, I finally made it to the bottom of the waterfall where I could appreciate the sheer scale of Mackenzie Falls. Normally you were able to cross the river to reach the other side, but unfortunately access wasn't allowed due to unstable cliffs. Okay, well that is it for my Grampians top 10. Let me know where your favourite place is in the Grampians in the comments below. You can find me on Instagram and TikTok at NathSway. It's Nathan Sawaya, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.